Dear students, we learn some of the MCQs from previous years for first two chapters of the 11th standard, that is our first PU, physical word and units and measurement. The first question we read, chronometer is used to measure. Say, answer is time, because chronology, you might have heard of that word. Chronology means historical order. So, because of similar idea, chrono means time. Therefore, first option is correct. Which of the following astronomers first proposed that sun is static and earth rounds the sun? Copernicus is the answer. Third question, which of the following system of units is not based on units of mass, length and time alone? Observe in MKS, meter, kilogram and second, only 3. FPS also, CGS also. In SI we have 7 base units, 7 base quantities are fundamental quantities. Therefore, it is the system which is not only based on 3, mass, length, time and also other things. Therefore, option A is correct. The fourth thing, the relation between force F and density D is x by root d. The dimensions of x. Say, to solve this, we start like this. The dimensions of force, as you know, m, l, t to the power of minus 2. Dimensions of density, mass by volume, that is m, l to the power of minus 3. So, we can write x as f root d. Now, we substitute everything for f. We substitute the dimensional formula m, l, t to the power of minus 2. Root d, for density we substitute and take the root. m, l to the power of minus 3 whole to the power of half. So, we have m, l, t to the power of minus 2, m to the power of half, l to the power of minus 3 by 2. Therefore, m 1 plus half is m to the power of 3 by 2, l 1 minus 3 by 2, say l to the power of minus half, t to the power of minus 2. Observe, m to the power of 3 by 2 is in first and third option. L to the power of minus half is in first option only. So, option 1 is correct. Option A is correct. Now, we think of fifth question. The velocity v of the particle at time t is given by v equals at plus b by t plus c, where a, b, c are constants. The dimensions of a, b, c are respectively. Observe, for this you are supposed to find a, b, c dimensions. We have to use principle of homogeneity, which states that all the terms in a physical equation must have same dimension. As we are given left hand side as velocity, velocity dimensions we know lt to the power of minus 1. Therefore, here on the right side we have two terms at and b by t plus c. At product should be of dimension lt to the power of minus 1. b by t plus c must also have same dimension. Say, as t is given to be time, at dimension should be lt to the power of minus 1. Therefore, at dimension of time is capital T, lt to the power of minus 1. Therefore, dimension of A is lt to the power of minus 1 by t, which can be written as lt to the power of minus 2. You can think of that A as acceleration because it has acceleration dimension. And observe, there is no need for us to calculate B and C because in our options, lt to the power of minus 2 is only for first or second option. So, that is our correct option. But for the sake of clarity, we go for B and C. In the exam, you need not go for two more calculation, you can simply take option B. So if this type of question arises, we go for B by T plus C. Say B by T plus C, which should also be LT to the power of minus 1. Observe here, in the denominator T plus C, time can only be added to time only. Therefore, C must also have the dimension of time. That we can get logically from looking at the denominator of this. So, the dimensions of C are T only. Dimensions of C are T only. Therefore, first and in the second option, first and third are correct. Now going for the B, as denominator is having time T, B T to the power of minus 1 is LT to the power of minus 1. So, dimensions of B are L only. Therefore, option B is correct. We checked it. Now, sixth one. If the dimensions of physical quantity are given m to the power of A, L to the power of B, T to the power of C, then the physical quantity will be force if A equals 0, B equals minus 1, C equals minus 2. We have to analyze. Say, if you can remember the force dimension formula, F equals m to the power of 1 t, LT to the power of minus 2. As m is A is power of m to the power of 1 should come. So, force, first option is not correct. Pressure, force per unit area, we can calculate that. First of all, we write for force. Force dimension formula is mLT to the power of minus 2 mass into acceleration. M power is 1, so first option is not correct. We go for pressure formula, force per area, which amounts to be mLT to the power of minus 2 by L square, which is mL to the power of minus 1, T to the power of minus 2. Observe, m to the power of 1, A is 1 there, B is minus 1, C is minus 2. So, second option is correct. We can check for two more, what will not give us the correct. But in the beginning itself, we can think of A, velocity, say C, velocity. Velocity does not depend on mass, but our mass power A is given to be 1, so that is wrong. Acceleration also does not depend on the mass, LT to the power of minus 2. So, A is given 1. So, from that logic also, C and D cannot be the answers. Now, going for the seventh question there, in the relation P alpha by beta e to the power of alpha z by k theta, P is pressure, Z is distance, K is Boltzmann constant and theta is temperature. The dimensional formula of beta will be, and it is also given, dimensional formula for Boltzmann constant is given. So, here we want to use one beautiful idea in dimensional analysis. Power of exponent, any powers cannot have any dimensions. Not only that, sine, cos, tan or trigonometric function arguments cannot also have any unit. We have to use that here to find the beta thing. Say, I use alpha z by k theta, whose whole dimension is 0. I write alpha z by k theta, whole dimension is 0. From this, we can calculate alpha dimensions and we know the pressure dimension. Substituting, we get beta dimension. So, we substitute everything. Alpha, Z is distance, so L, K we are given Boltzmann constant, mL square T to the power of minus 2, K to the power of minus 1. So, must have 0 dimension. That means m to the power of 0, L to the power of 0, T to the power of 0. Therefore, we can simply write alpha L as m L square T to the power of minus 2, K to the power of minus 1. Therefore, alpha is m L to the power of 1 because 1 L cancels there, T to the power of minus 2, K to the power of minus 1. Therefore, alpha is known, pressure dimension P. P dimension is, pressure is force per area, m L T to the power of minus 2 by L square. So, m L to the power of minus 1 T to the power of minus 2 is pressure dimension. So, beta is alpha by P because e to the power of alpha z by k theta. In e to the power of alpha z by k theta doesn't have any even dimension. So, we substitute everything. Alpha dimension m and also here I left one thing, k theta is k there. So, into k, alpha dimension is ml to the power of 1 t to the power of minus 2, k cancels there. So, I write ml to the power of 1 t to the power of minus 2, pressure dimension L to the power of minus 1 t to the power of minus 2. So, this cancels, m cancels. So, finally, beta value L to the power of plus 2. So, option m0 t0, therefore, option A is correct. Now, we go for 8th question there. P is momentum, A area, time t are fundamental quantities if you take them. Then energy dimension formula. Say, we do one thing. We know energy dimensional formula as m L square t to the power of minus 2. Momentum dimensional formula, mass into velocity, so ml t to the power of minus 1. And area dimensional formula, L square. Time dimensional formula, T. Now with these things, we can write energy dimensional formula is equal to, say, P to the power of x, A to the power of y, T to the power of z. Just how we derive the physical equation by using dimensional analysis, we have to do that now. We have to find x, y, z. We substitute all the dimensions there, m L square t to the power of minus 2 on the left hand side, P, say ml t to the power of minus 1, mass into velocity. I take the power also, therefore I must write m to the power of x, L to the power of x, t to the power of minus x, and area L square whole to the power of y, so L to the power of 2y, and time t, t to the power of z, therefore time t to the power of z. Now, as we can see, powers of m are x only here, 1, so x is equal to 1, comparing powers of m on right hand side and left hand side. And on the powers of L, 2, which should be equal to, here L to the power of x, 2y is there, x plus 2y. As x is 1, 2y is 2 minus 1, so y equals half. Z, say t to the power of z minus 2, z is minus x, say t we have two powers minus x and z, minus x plus z equals minus 2. X is given minus 1 plus z equals minus 2. Therefore, z equals minus 1. We have x1, y off, and z minus 1. So, if you substitute that, energy dimensional formula is p to the power of 1 y. Y means we have written it for a to the power of half, t to the power of minus 1. As we can see, fourth option is correct. So option D. The question number 9 is like this. The number of significant figures in 0.05800. Observe here, it is less than 1 because before point 0 is there, and after point 10 is there. That cannot be counted according to rules of significant figures. So first, right from first non-zero digit, that is 5, up to the last 0, that is 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 significant figures are there. So option B is correct. Now, the 10th question. The numbers 2.745 and 2.735 on rounding off to 3 significant figures will give. Observe, 3 significant figures means after decimal 2 digits to be taken. For the first number 2.745, the 5 to be truncated, but before that, previous to that, 4 is there, an even number. We know from rules of rounding off, if there is an even number before 5, therefore that should be kept as it is, dropping the 5. That means for 2.745, we can write it as rounding off, we can write it as 2.74. And going for 2.735, say 5 is the number to be rounded off, but before that 3 is there. 3 means odd number. That means according to the rules, that 3 to be raised by 1 and 5 to be dropped. 2.3 to be raised by means 74. Therefore, option D is correct. Option D is correct. A cube has a side of length 1.2 10 raised to minus 2 meter. Calculate its volume. We know volume of the cube is L cube. That is 1.2 10 raised to minus 2 whole cube. Say from the given numbers in the option, we can think of, without going for the calculation, it is 1.732 10 raised to minus 6. But since we are multiplying 1.2 3 times, say according to rules of carrying the significant figures for the result, once we do the multiplication, least number of significant figures to be kept in the answer. That is, we have to report with least number of significant figures. That is 1.7. Say 1.2 is 2 significant figure. Here also 2 significant figures. That means answer is 1.2 10 raised to minus 6 meter cube. So option A is correct. Going for the 12th question. Which of the following measurement is most precise? Say here in 4 options. First option is with millimeter, second option with centimeter, third option with meter, fourth option with kilometer. So millimeter is the smallest number. And also precision means number of decimal places up to which we can measure. Say in the first case, up to 2 decimal places we can measure, but it is in millimeter. In all other cases also up to 2 decimal places we can measure, but they are in different units and larger units than millimeter. Therefore, most precise answer for most precise measurement is 5.00 millimeter only. Therefore, option A is correct. So now think of 12th question. Say 13th question, we go for it. The mass and volume of the body are 4.237 gram and 2.5 centimeter cube respectively. The density of the material of the body in correct significant figures. We know density is mass by volume, that is 4.237 by 2.5. Here also there is no need for us to calculate because the numbers given are almost same. Therefore, we can guess its final answer 6.95 gram centimeter cube. But the answer for this is in correct significant figures is, as we are dividing Just like in multiplication, rule is to keep in the final answer least number of significant figures, say 2.5. Therefore, two significant figures are there. Final answer should also be having two significant figures. Therefore, final answer is say truncating at first decimal place by approximating into 1.7 10 raised to say 1.7 gram centimeter to the power of minus 3. So option C is correct. 14th one, we read voltage V 100 plus or minus 5 volt, current I 10 plus or minus 0.2 ampere, percentage error in R. We know from Ohm's law R equals V by I. We want to calculate percentage error. Percentage error formula delta R by R into 100 equals delta V by V into 100 plus delta I by I into 100. Observe carefully what is delta R and R. Say here, say delta, what is delta V and V? Here V is given to be 100 plus or minus 5. So this is our V and this 5 is delta V. In the same manner I, this is our I and this is delta I. We substitute everything we get. Say first one, delta V is 5 by 100 into 100 plus delta I 0.2 by 10 into 100, which amounts to be 5 plus 2, which is 7%. Therefore, option C is correct. Option C is correct. So 15th question we want to think of now. If the error in the measurement of radius of the sphere 2%, the error, the determination of volume of the sphere shape would be, say the volume formula V equals for sphere 4 pi 3 R cube. The volume 4 pi by 3 R cube formula, and we can write its percentage error formula like this. Say delta V by V is 3 delta R by R, as 4 pi by 3 is a constant. So 3 into delta R by R is 2% error in the measurement of radius, so 6% is the answer. Option B is correct answer. Now, 16th question we read. A wire has mass 0.3 plus or minus 0.003 grams, radius 0.5 plus or minus 0.005 millimeter, and length 6 plus or minus 0.06 centimeter. The maximum percentage error in the measurement of its density. Say, we write the formula for density as rho equals mass by volume. And as it is a cylindrical wire, we can write it as m by pi r square h. M by pi r square h. Therefore, the formula for percentage error, delta rho by rho into 100, which is equal to delta m by m into 100 plus 2 delta r by r into 100 plus delta h by h. Therefore, now we have delta m by m, 0.3 delta m, say this is our m and this is delta m and this is r, this is delta r and this is h, this is delta h. We substitute everything there. Say delta m 0.3 by 0.003 by 0.3 . So we write the next things here into 100 plus 2 into delta R is 0.005 by 0.5 into 100 plus delta H 0.06 by 6 into 100, which amounts to be, say this is 1 plus this is 2 plus 4, say this is 2 plus 1, this amounts to be, which amounts to be 4. Option D is correct. Option D is correct. Now going for the 17th question, we read it now. Measure of two quantities along with the precision of respective measuring instruments AB. A is given and B is given. The value of AB, you are supposed to find the value of product, that is y equals AB. If you take, then we are asked to calculate y plus or minus delta y. To calculate this, we have to do the percentage error in AB, that is delta AB is delta A by A plus delta B by B. Now we substitute delta AB is delta A. Observe, this 0.5 is delta A and B, delta B is 0.01. So I write delta A 0.5 by A is 2.5 plus delta B 0.01 divided by delta B, that is B 0.1, which amounts to be, say 1 by 5 plus 1 by 10, which amounts to be 0.2 plus 0.1, 0.3. Therefore, delta AB is there. In fact, this is delta AB by AB. Therefore, delta AB by AB is this one. Therefore, delta AB is 0.3 into AB. 0.3 into AB. AB is 2.5 into 0.1. Therefore, 0.3 into 0.25, which is 0.075, which approximately 0.08 we can write. Therefore, our final answer will be .25 is AB in plus or minus 0.08. Therefore, option A is correct. Option A is correct. 18th question we think of. It's a little bit longer question, but it gives us an idea of what is called as quasars. Now we read it. The farthest objects in our universe discovered by modern astronomers are so distant that light emitted by them takes billions of years to reach the Earth. These objects, known as quasars, have many puzzling features which we have not yet been satisfactorily explained. The distance in kilometer of quasar from the light takes 3 billion years to reach us. Say, we are supposed to calculate distance of a quasar for which light takes 3 billion years to come. That means I use velocity expression, v equals distance traveled by time taken. So x is v into t. V is speed of light, 3 into 10 raised to 8. Time is 3 billion years, 3 into 10 raised to 9 years. But observe, we have to write it in seconds to write in kilometers. So therefore, year to be written in seconds. 3.1536 10 raised to 7 seconds. How we have written it? That I write here. 1 year can be calculated as 365 days into 24 hours a day into 60 minutes an hour and 60 seconds a minute. Combining all these things, we have 315, 360, 00 seconds, which is written as 3.1536 10 raised to 7 seconds. Therefore, I get, after multiplying all these things, I get around 28.3 10 raised to 24. It is in meters. Now we want to convert it into kilometers. What is asked there? Kilometers means 28.3 10 raised to 21 into 10 raised to 3 meters. 24 can be written like this, which can be written as 28.3 10 raised to 21 kilometer. But observe, we are not given with 21, so we have to shift the point. 2.83 10 raised to 22 kilometer we can write. So looking at the options, option C is correct. Option C is correct. So that is the question number 18. In biology part, this type of questions actually we observe. But now we learn one physics question like this. This is called as match the column question. Here there are 2 columns are given. We have to match them as it is given in the question. Match the statements in the column 1 with the statements in column 2. Any given statement in column can have correct matching with one or more statements in column 2. Therefore, we go on thinking of it. Angle in the left column to be matched with dimension formula on the right hand side column. Angle, as we know, it does not have any dimension, so A matches with Q. In the same manner, B and C can be seen, but here there is an idea now. Once we think of unit vector, fourth thing, it also has no dimension, so Q. A is Q and D is Q. In which option A is Q and D is Q? That is the correct one. You need not bother about B and C. Say first option itself is A is Q and B is Q. This is correct. But we can think of, we know the dimensional formula for work is ml square t to the power of minus 1. So C is R, therefore power to be P. So with this, we have gone through this type of match the column questions. Now, for questions 20 and 21, these are reason and assertion type questions. Assertion, a statement, and a reason is given. We have to choose the proper thing. We read. All physically correct equations are dimensionally correct. That is true. Physical equation must be dimensionally correct. All dimensionally correct equations are physically correct. Need not be. There may be a dimensional correctness, but the physically they need not be. Because one example is kinetic energy equals half mv square. But sometimes if we write even E equals mv square, that is also true, but half we will not get. Therefore, the idea is the reason is not always correct. Therefore, assertion is true, but reason is false. Option C is right. Next question. Assertion. Parallax method is used for measuring the distance of nearby stars only. That is correct. Next is, reason is, with increase of distance of star, parallactic angle becomes too small to be measured accurately. That is also correct explanation of that. Therefore, assertion is true and reason is the correct explanation. That option is in the option A. Assertion and reason are true and reason is the correct explanation of assertion. So option A is correct. For this, there we conclude the CET class for the chapter 1 and 2 of the 11th standard NCERT textbook, that is physical load and units and measurement. In the next session we take up motion in straight line.